So we have different kinds of creation that Allah has made. First, you have the human being. And the human being has been given free will. Now, what is important to note is that the human being has been given free will, not to be able, the free will only extends to the effort of the human being. It does not extend to the result. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has provided us with the free will to be able to strive and struggle and make effort towards a goal, towards something. But He has not given us the ability to determine the result of those efforts. He has allowed that to be in His hands. As He said, وَمَكَّرُوا وَمَكَّرَ اللَّهُ وَاللَّهُ خَيْرُ الْمَاكِرِينَ. So Allah, in creating the human being, says, yes, you can strive and struggle, and I will give you a free will to do whatever is within your sphere of striving to accomplish whatever it is. But whatever result that happens, that is in my hands. That I determine that. Tawfiqu min Allah, that the result is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we don't get to decide the result. That's something very important to know. So on the day of judgment, Allah will not punish us or reward us based on the result. He will punish and reward us based on our effort. And that is why, as a Muslim, you must always focus on what the effort you are making towards the goal. If it doesn't turn out well, that was in the hands of Allah. But your effort is what will matter, and that's what Allah will take with us. Will take you to task for. Then Allah creates another kind of creation that has no freedom of will. The angels. They just obey exactly what Allah tells them from day and night, and they have no free will on their own. They follow exactly. They don't have the ability to disobey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then they have the jinn, which also have free will. And so the jinn is another form of creation that exists, that we are unable to see them generally. And so that is, they can manifest themselves, but we are told that there is the jinn occupying the planet as well. And then we have other kinds of creation, like trees and animals and inanimate objects and all the other types of creation that exists. Now, the animals also follow Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and they don't have the free will to disobey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, the definition of Muslim is someone who submits to Allah. And so by this definition, all the angels submit to Allah all the time. All the other creations submit to Allah, including the animals, the birds, the trees, the chalkboard. They behave exactly how Allah has designed them to behave. And so they are all, in that sense, Muslim, submissive to Allah. But the human being has been given the opportunity of free will, in that we get a chance to decide if we want to obey or we want to disobey Allah. Now, as a consequence of free will, Allah has to allow us to make mistakes. He has to allow us to mess up. Because quite often people ask, why is all this chaos going on in the world? And it looks like if Allah is sleeping at the wheel, that Allah is not doing anything. Why is He allowing so much corruption and so much confusion and so much chaos? Has He stopped, governing? No. Because Allah has made a deal with us, and that we have been given free will, and so He has to allow us to operate in an environment where we are going to make mistakes or do right and wrong. And so it's like in an exam, the teacher, has the class, the teacher can write the exam for every student, and all of them can pass. But then you have taken away their free will to have a decision for themselves. Now, so Allah created us, give us the free will, put us on earth, but there are certain things that He has also done. Number one, He has designed the earth in such a way that He has provided order and precision in the way the world functions, the earth functions. And the things on the earth, the sun, the moon, the stars, they have specific rules and regulation that Allah has designed, law of gravity and all of that, which exist in order to provide some order to the earth. And we are able to use and discover those laws and those rules and to understand how to function within them. When you try to buck those rules, you try to go against the law of nature, you try to say there is no gravity, you jump off a building, then you will learn about gravity. So in every way in which we operate in the world, we need to understand that for every action we do, there's a reaction. You're competing against these laws. And anytime you try to defy them, the consequences will be there because the laws will function regardless of whether you do or not. And so we need to understand that Allah has created an orderly universe for us.